I've often heard it said that small, positive habits done consistently over time can lead to massive results. So, as we're embarking upon this new year ahead, my question for you is what are some of the positive habits you're looking to take action on over the next year to make this your best year ever? Hi, everyone. Chris NATZKE here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week. Small habits done consistently over time can lead to massive results. You know, there's probably nothing truer that I've experienced, not only in my coaching life, but as well as in my life as a martial arts professional instructor, to see the transformation that can occur in people's lives when they're dedicated to small habits and they're dedicated to make it happen over time. In fact, it's so interesting. One of my favorite books that I've read several years ago was a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And in that, he talks about the power of positive habits. And he makes this analogy. He said, I want you to consider a habit that you could embark upon daily that would show 1% improvement versus the previous day. So choose what that is. If it's exercise, if it's diet, if it's relationship, but just something, an activity you could embark upon that you're committed to getting 1% better each and every day over the course of a year. Well, if you did that over 365 days, what you'd find is you were 37 times better than when you started the year before. Now, of course, the question then presents itself, what would happen if you maintained that same pace for a second year? Well, many of you might think, well, I was 37 times better for the first year. At the end of 2 years, I'll be 74 times better. But that's not the case. You'd actually be 1,400 times better because good habits don't add up, they compound. And if you maintain that pace for 5 years, you'd be 76 million times better. So is that a realistic goal? Maybe, maybe not. But the fact of the matter is when you find habits that can empower you and you consistently do them over time, that's when it can lead to massive results. Now, the converse is also true. If you embarked upon bad habits, habits that are not healthy for you, it can have the same effect in the opposite direction. It's like it said, it's not that one donut that hurts you. It's that one donut each and every day, 7 days a week, over the course of years that begin to compound in a negative way. So, as we embark upon this new year, I'd like to ask you, what are some of the habits that you have that you want to embark upon to make a positive impact in your life? And I've got 5 keys that I want to share with you to make these habits most productive in your life. And the first is this, is that whatever the habit is or whatever the goal is, break it down into small, specific steps you can do each and every day. You know, many times in our society, we talk about taking massive action. And there's nothing wrong with massive action. But what I find is many people start out really hot, but then they can't maintain that pace. And then over the course of days or weeks, they're not even trying anymore. In fact, I heard it recently said that by the second Friday in January, most people have given up on their New Year's resolutions. And why is that? Probably because they weren't able to make a healthy habit of it and break it down. So what are those habits that you have that you can break down into small digestible chunks that you can take action on each and every day to build that momentum? Number 2 is to pre-commit to your habits. What you want to do is you want to make it easy for you to have it be part of what you do each and every day. For instance, if you want to get more cardiovascular activity and you want to go walking or running each morning, don't make that decision when the alarm goes off in the morning, when you're all warm and snuggly in your bed. Literally put your clothes at the base of your bed, your shoes right there as well, and as soon as that alarm goes off, pop out and put on your exercise clothes. Now what you've done is you've gotten yourself in the place to successfully embark upon that habit. Number three is to schedule your habits. Make them part of your calendar. You know, we have all heard it said that nature abhors a vacuum. So if you say you're going to get to this new habit, when you get around to it, chances are that time in your calendar that you had to do it is going to get filled up unless you actually anchor it there. I always tell my coaching clients is to literally put those most important activities, particularly those that involve our loved ones, and anchor them in your calendars and then schedule around those. Now, there might be instances where you have to reschedule, but you're going to be more apt to taking action on those if they're in your calendar as an anchor than if you say, hey, at the end of the day, I think I'll get around to exercising. Probably won't happen. You know that as well as I do. Number four is surround yourself with people who are also committed to these healthy habits. I think it was the famous speaker Jim Rohn that said years ago that you're an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're looking to really make some dynamic changes in the upcoming year, in whatever way that is, if it's in your health and wellness, if it's in your spiritual realm, if it's in your relationship realm, if it's in your financial realm or business realm, start to surround yourself with people who are also committed to positive enhancement in their lives. And then what happens is you're now in a community that will help you along the way. And then finally, number 5, and the one I have to admit is usually the hardest for me, is make sure that you set up little celebration points when you consistently act upon your habits. So for instance, if you had a goal to, exercise for 30 days straight, or even every other day for 30 days, and you meet that goal, celebrate. Whether it's a dinner, whether it's a movie, or whatever makes you happy, make sure that you are giving yourself a little bit of reward. So as you move forward, your subconscious mind is going to be committed to continue that action. So there you have it, my friends. There are 5 habits that you can use to embark upon in 2025. Now, if you're hearing me say this and say, wow, Chris, this sounds great, but I really love to have some support on this, take a look at the link below and check out my program for the new year called Breaking Through to Creating Your Best Year Ever. In this, what I'll help you do is take you through a 4-step process that helps you evaluate this past year, get your learnings from it, and then embark upon some positive actions you can take to make transformational change, breakthrough change in the year ahead. So take a look at that link below, and I'd love to have you participate in it if it's something you think can really help you along the way. So thanks so much for watching. This has been Chris NATZKE with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching, and we'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.